So I restarted the game because I thought maybe some of them weren't loading or something, because I didn't remember collecting whatever. That was a big mistake, because apparently this game doesn't have any sort of autosave when you collect stuff or whatever. I figured it was just because, I had an active mission, so maybe it locked me into that, and that's why it would reload from checkpoint and undo my collectible progress. No, there's just no saving aside from checkpoints, I guess. So it sent me back to 27, so I had to backtrack and figure out where I found the other ones. Or, well, other one. It was just one, fortunately. Well, as far as I know. I don't know if I got any of these before and forgot about it. I managed to find one. I was gonna, like, just... because I felt like the content was kind of boring, just me running around the city trying to find this stuff. So I figured I'd, just resume as soon as I was about to get the last one, which is the case now. Along the way, I fought more anarchs, and one of the brutes on one of the rooftops did that thing where he, like, bull rushes me, and he actually sent me all the way across the street. So I took a clip of that and uploaded it. Anyway, I found the last one finally. I guess I'll just avoid reloading from checkpoint from now on, unless I haven't done anything since the checkpoint, which is annoying. I don't understand the thought process behind implementing a save system like that. Basically no save system. Yeah, that's really annoying. Hopefully they patch that and add actual save files. At least an autosave for the collectibles. I'm at 10 skill or ability points now. I was at 9 when I opened the game up again. I think I was at like 12 or 13 before, so yeah. I got 10 from fighting some anarchs and getting a few of the other graffiti tags, not the anarch ones, but the one with the symbol she has on her hand. Apparently those extend your health bar. Anyway, here's the last one. And I got the achievement for it. Hopefully when I turn this in, that means it'll save. That'll be another checkpoint.
Really appreciate some help.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I also had to get all the collectibles that I found over here again. I mean, I'm sure I'll end up there again through the story anyway, but still. I hope there's not something I'm forgetting that I keep doing R2 instead of... I don't know why I thought that was a grenade. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Oop. Again, I got the buttons mixed up.
I know what that was.
You definitely owe me.
They'll be back.
Alright, I didn't even do that. Well, I guess I was responsible for it.
You're fucking dead.
That sounded close. That reminds me, I forgot to pick up an elixir. I was full on elixirs, and then I was like, oh, I'll pick it up after I use this one. And then I forgot to pick it up. Oh, shit. I keep forgetting. Okay. Oh, apparently some of the side quests are missable.
Get a job.
Oh, I forgot. I have to be wearing a better outfit before I do that. Might as well, since I'm going to that place.
You better be here to spread the wealth.
There is something pathetic.
Think because you're rich you can push...
Tonight. I know what people like you do to people like me.
Acknowledge your betters, you impoverished beast.
Please, I don't. Someone help! Help, police! Help!
Figured that person was far enough away that... whatever. The or wait. It's melancholic, right? So even the codex stuff reset. Yeah, the melancholic ones are the hardest to do because they're like running away from you, so you can't really predict where they're gonna go. They could get the cops involved or something. The choleric ones, at least they're chasing you, so you can lead them into an alley or something. Although they might also get the cops' attention. Alright, clean up all that graffiti.
Fast becoming a regular, aren't you?
You wanted me to remove the anarch graffiti.
Oh, yes. Have you cleaned up the town, Sheriff?
I have.
Aha! I knew we shared a modicum of taste. Between ourselves and the piano, one does not want one's paint mixed by thin-blood alchemists. That lifts a load of unwanted environmental fallout, old sport. It really does.
What did you mean about paint and alchemy?
Well, I'd have thought joining the dots was not too tricky. Anarch's thin bloods alchemy, alchemy, blood magic, bindings. One doesn't want one's blood stolen and scrawled across the walls as a warding symbol, does one?
Are you talking about my mark?
My dear Fire, it's not always about you. But do you know what?
I can't even reload the checkpoint to retry that because it's just gonna screw me
I
again.
believe I'll go out later and take a promenade. It's been a while.
I figured, because there is graffiti of the mark on her hand. Yeah, that might be what he's talking about. Now I wish I'd asked the other one because I'm curious about that now.
Have a pleasant night.
Whatever.
I wonder who tricked Fletcher out of his blood. I would have paid to see his face when he found out.
Wait, none of this is... So that didn't earn me any favors with him? Or is it because I irritated him at the end? Ugh. I also wish it would tell you when the last checkpoint was saved. That's so annoying. Absolutely terrible save system.
Sure. This one's mine.
Can't wait to live forever.
Oh, nothing here.
Alright. Before I do this, I'm not gonna drink. I keep forgetting about this. I should probably make more use of it.
There you are. I wish to thank you. Your name meant a great deal to the court. They said I could do you a service?
Did I ask for you? I don't... Oh, yes. The gangrel. Do you know of the arrangement? That the court supply me with suitable meals? They sent me a gangrel lout to act as my gopher, to replace... the singing of reptiles in the pulse of the blood. The call of the sun as the dry seeds burn. The red that runs through unfertile soil. The wind that flays sinew from a heartstring. Can you hear it, Nomad?
Is everything all right?
We were talking of the gangrel.
The gangrel?
So yes, the arrangement. As I said, the court have sent me a new helper. A gangrel, calling herself Nyx. This is one of that little homunculus's japes, I'm sure of it. A gangrel, to fetch my food.
And this is a problem?
Her attempts have been little better than roadkill. She needs to be educated. Be a dear and have a chat with her, would you? Set her on the right path.
What more can you tell me about this, Nyx?
I tune out most of her babble, but it is incessant. Despite my best efforts, I can tell you that never mind was better than rumors. Huh. And that the Idaho steelheads are having a good season. And that the gourmet coffee down the street smells over-extracted. But as for what I know about her, very little. She irritates me.
I understand that Ventru tastes vary. What is your preference?
These days, I am particularly partial to the mourners. Those who are not too enervated, either in lust or anger. I find melancholia calms my dreams. It goes without saying that they should be for money. Like fine wine, the older the bloodline, the better. But, flavor aside, they must look the part. How would I explain some piercing-ridden, tattoo-covered strumpet to the front desk? This is the Glacier Hotel. I have a reputation to uphold.
I will make sure Nyx is educated.
If she's at her post, you'll find her in the foyer. If not, follow the smell of wet dog. Now, run along, dear. I'll see you again before you know it.
I didn't scent the gangrel down in the foyer, but let's take a look. There we are.
Hey! Well, if it isn't the sheriff, the nomad, right? You've got a big reputation, but damn if you aren't a little thing.
Good evening. I am pleased to meet a fellow wanderer.
What?
You and I have much in common. Travelers navigating a new territory.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be best buds. Want to sleep over at my place and we can braid each other's hair?
They tell me you have a problem.
It's simple. Or it should be. I'm supposed to catch mortals and bring them back to loot, right? Fresh blood delivered to your door. But Lou won't eat anything I bring back. Picky brat. I can only stomach the moneyed and the mournful. What the fuck does that even mean? They all taste the same to me, like chicken nuggets on legs. I mean, what am I supposed to do, huh? Stick them on a spoon and say, here comes the airplane?
What is it you are hoping to achieve?
I just want to do my job right. Look, I'll level with you. These city bloodsuckers, there's a whole different world. Everyone's playing these fucking high-stake mind games, and I can't even beat that peg game over at Wagon Wheel. So I need to find ways to be useful if I want to stay here. I figure this keeps me on the right side of the right people.
Where did you come from?
Not much to tell. Boise, baby. Born and bred. Had a good job, had a picket fence, and a yard fit for barbecuing. Until Daddy Gangrel shows up for a little cuddle. And suddenly that yard is looking kinda small. But Gangrel life is nothing like how you live here. Kindred wasting eternity seeing who can be the sneakiest asshole.
Tell me more about your service for Lou.
Honestly, something ain't right with her. And it's not just the fussy feeding. She won't leave her haven at all. But who the hell's she hiding from? She mutters to herself, stares at nothing. And the other day, she was laying out clothes for the grand tour. Listen, I know she's a big deal around here, but between you and me, girl is not playing with a full deck.
Good to meet you, Nix. I can help. What do you need?
Ugh, I'll take anything. I just need you to find me some blood donors Lou will turn her damn nose up at. Grab me something with their scent. I don't know, a glove, a wallet, a used tissue, anything. Then I'll do the dirty work.
Find suitable mortals and bring back something with their scent. Well, the suitable part, now that's the kicker. The Ventru do make mealtime difficult, don't they?
Watch your
What was it Nick said? Moneyed and mournful? Just need something with the scent.
Can't believe she ditched me. Next time, I'll work up the courage to tell her how I really feel.
Yo, you done yet? Her royal wine ass doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Miracle, if I don't freeze to death. Just need a big score.
Look, I'm having a bad night. One professional to another. Mind leaving me alone?
I am quite pleased that our paths have crossed. You are unique.
That doesn't sound too bad. Maybe not tonight, though. Thanks.
That's a first course. But Lou is particular. Wouldn't hurt to provide a few more options.
Is something wrong? What do you want?
I am quite pleased that our paths have crossed. You are unique.
Sorry, I can't help. I need to... I'm expected at home any minute.
Good. Just one more should have us covered. Let's look around.
Whatever wishes me a happy life.
Damn it. That's what I should have said.
Should have never left LA.
Fucking snow in Seattle. Sheesh.
Miracle if I don't freeze to death.
Look, I'm having a bad night. One professional to another. Mind leaving me alone?
Perhaps I shall meet you again. Or one of my associates will.
Oh, you're one of those 10th floor weirdos, aren't you?
That is our feast found, I reckon. I'd say the doing's done. Best hightail it back to Nyx. Let her catch the scents before they fade.
Hey, so how'd it go?
Here are the trinkets as promised.
Whoa! Thanks! Holy shit! So that's what she was talking about? Okay, can you smell that? Those things Lou was saying, moneyed and mournful? This is what it smells like? Ah! Oh my god, thank you. I mean it. Starting off on the right foot round here means more to me than you know.
You're desperate to stay here. Why?
A girl can't wander around forever. Look, I'm not stupid. I know I'm the square peg in the round hole. I figure my best shot is to make friends in high places. Prove I'm useful because the useless fuck-ups don't get to stay.
To stay in the city?
Stay in one piece!
There is something here you are not telling me.
Ugh, don't worry about me, sweetie. There's nothing I can't handle. See ya.
We should give Nyx time. If Lou isn't satisfied, we'll be sure to hear of it. Well, I reckon that's your sheriff duty scene too, and I can feel that old fireball lurking on the horizon. So, in your own time, of course.
Can't believe she ditched me.
I hate working late. Freezing my butt off. Ooh, that's a lot.
We could have a...
Money talk. Shall we?
Next time, I'll work up the courage to tell her how I really feel.
Wherever you want it.
the help?
What I'd give for a bed.
This a come on? Sure, why not? Can't wait to get out of the cold. I hope your place has good heating.
You!
Damn it! Over here! That's it! Eat shit! I'm out!
underneath his lingerie. No one can even see it.
Well, it's an education to watch you work. You have a knack for treating folks the way they want to be treated. Some might call that buttering up, but I call it prudence. Social lubrication.
I mean what I say. There are kindred to be respected here.
Oh, I get it, I do. I think this town could use a sheriff who listens before they punch. We've done our share of legwork tonight, that's certain. You want to work the notes, both high and low?
I now know more about how Katsumi and the Anarchs operate in Seattle.
You do. A little that even opened my eyes. I'd not known her arrangement with Benny. Caught between court and rabble and has been for a while. Seems to be steering the course for the best. And owes you a favor, which is not a thing to be sniffed at.
I have met others like her in the past, capable of greatness should they desire it.
Maybe if the court wasn't looking to wipe her and her allies out, she might consider it.
Sophia is interesting. So attached to her ghoul. It is not usual.
Sophia's always been scatterbrained. Used to hang around with my sire. Maybe my bloodline rubs off on some. I like her, though. Reminds me of more innocent times. And we both love getting our fangs into a good puzzle.
I find that she is a pleasant diversion. She digs up my older memories.
Hey, if it floats the USS Fire, then I won't pass comment, but some memories are maybe best kept buried.
Indeed. Helping to feed Lou was not something I expected when I woke up.
Some might call it a come down, but there's a passel of weight in being a waiter. Folks treat you as furniture, and no one cares what shares here.
Nyx now has a chance to show that she can make a name for herself in this city. Whether she does or not is entirely up to her.
There's sink or swim, then there's doggy paddling with a shark. But I've seen stranger successes.
It is good to discuss these things. But it is time to rest.
Sleep well then, Fire. Let's hope for a day without dreams.
Well, hello there, buddy. I did what you said. I woke up.
They set their feet upon the sod. Their lips split parched, their belly dry. Sweet succulence upon the vine. A sovereign full specified.
That's nice and all, but I have questions. Can you tell me your name?
Do I take you from your time, truth seeker? Do I interrupt your sleep?
I'm more interested in who you are.
They say trouble comes in pairs, detective.
That's a truth.
They say trouble comes in pairs.
They say trouble comes in pairs, and here I was with the first shoe in front of me, waiting for the other to drop. And let me tell you, this one was tight-laced and had a vicious tongue.
A deep sleeper? A goddamn deep sleeper? It is 8 o'clock at night and I've been standing out here for an hour. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt your me time, Mr. Detective, but someone wants to kill me and no one seems to care.
Oh, let me guess. You're a sleeper agent planted deep within a Far Eastern drugs cartel, but a shaman broke your illusion and now you're on the run. Or you double parked on Pike Street and a gang of antsy farmers threatened you with healthy, nutritious produce.
What? No, nothing like that.
Just give me the facts, Miss,
Verona. It's just, I'm going through my purse and I find a goddamn death threat and this freaky looking sword thing.
Huh. Now that is interesting. A death threat and a decoration. Might I see them, Miss Verona?
That's why they sent me to you. I showed the officer at the desk. He said you'd help. Look, I went out last night with the girls, went through my purse for my keys this morning, and there they were. The letter, the cross thing, weren't there last night, and honest, this has got me shook up, Detective. Real shook up.
Oh, then you just let old Fabian take a look-see. See what shakes out. Now this was familiar.
Hello there, my little parchment pal.
You got words to spill?
I am a death threat detective. That is my sole purpose, and all that you will get from me.
Nice choice of font and layout. A little fancy?
Why, yes. The seriousness of a matter is often best conveyed by a touch of formality. Just to make it clear, there'll be no messing around. And you see, I come from a quality printer. No smudging of ink or any little black lines. Which is, of course, the minimum standard in a well-phrased ultimatum.
Ha! Of course. Good quality paper, but I see a few marks.
The finest thick cardstock as befits my role as a harbinger of doom. A few marks, I'll grant you, but I was folded very carefully. but then, alas, unceremoniously crammed into a purse filled with whatever junk the youngsters feel a need to carry. Not to mention the clear imprint I endured from the metal ornament that was my companion in travel.
The Cross of St. James. Pandora and cigarettes, sure, but he's still scratching at the armor of my think tank, trying to get in.
Might I hazard a guess, Detective? Was there not a case back when you were young? The gutter press called it the Rebar Killer.
No, so there was. But that was a long time ago. That case is cold as a corpse. Or I thought it was. Many thanks, Loquacious Letter. I'll talk to my boss, Benny. See if something is getting reheated.
Of course, Detective. Remember that one should always put one's stock in the paperwork.
Now that's a truth. The SPD do love to fill their filing cabinets. I should rattle a few drawers too, see if any old bones fall out. That's quite a perfume you have there. Tangy, bitter, late nights and morning regrets.
Now listen, I had to endure degradations to bear my message, you know. Dragged through smoke-filled dens, spattered with malt beer. Ugh.
Huh, so Miss Verona picked you up in a bar then?
How dare you? Yeah, I mean, yes, I suppose so.
Well, thank you, mysterious missive. I gotta blow the dust off the Rebar Killer case and grill our girl about her favorite hangouts. Message received and understood. The Rebar Killer. I'd heard that name many, many years before. If I remembered it right, in our world, he was Santiago, a hunter of kindred. What did that have to do with Verona? I wondered if Verona had remembered anything else from her big night out. Seattle PD, full of... I wondered if Verona had remembered anything else from her big night out. Seattle PD, full of drunks, bums, and deadbeats. And then there's the criminals, of course. The folks would have stashed Verona in interrogation. I figured I should visit, since I did have questions for her. I wondered if Verona had remembered any... Seattle...
You've caught him, right?
The law takes its sweet time, Miss Verona, but it makes the dessert all the sweeter. From the letter, I deduce you were in a bar last night, right?
Well, I did say I was out with the girls. Being honest, it's kind of a blur. But if you're gonna tell me I wrote the letter myself, I will not believe you.
Oh, I'm certain you couldn't do that, even sober. Some of these words are multisyllabic.
Well, exactly. But anyway, we had fun. We hit up a few places, the usual, you know. Oh God, I didn't text any of the girls to let them know I got home. And I'm out of charge. Now I know there's a killer, but I need to go.
These friends of yours, are they the same ones who let a stranger violate the inner sanctum of your purse? Trust me, you are much better off here. And remember, our coffee is free of charge.
Well, all right, fine. At least you have Wi-Fi.
So I'm told. Plus, this frees me to focus on locating your tormentor and putting him safely behind bars. Strong, unbendable iron bars, which he is unlikely to be able to use in any kind of murder attempt.
What?
Never mind. Do you recall which dens of dissolution you visited? Bar chits, bills, outstanding tabs?
Why, Detective? Do I look like a girl who has to pay for her own drinks? Let me think. There were a couple of dives, but we were trying to get into the fancy places too. I guess we started off at the Glacier for cocktails, but I think we were gonna try and get into the Macomb later. We heard it's real exclusive. Like they don't even have a list. The bouncer knows you by sight.
Until later, Miss Verona. Seattle PD, full of drunks. I figured I needed my strength for other things. I had an agreement with Bob. He would ignore all my requests and I'd never ask him for anything. I'd do my own research. I found that asking the cabinets real nicely would make all the difference.
Well, look who crawled out of their pit. What happened to the alarm clock Smithy got you?
It was a mite overzealous. I traded it to a buddy for an Everly Brothers single and a 1978 World Almanac.
Of course you did. You need something?
Seattle PD, full of drunks, bums, and deadbeats. And then there's the criminals, of course.
So when vampires sleep during the day, in this, one thing, they don't really dream, because, like, on a technical level, it's like they enter, like, a death-like state. Yeah, aside from, like, the magical stuff that preserves them, obviously, like, prevents them from, you know, decaying. But, it's not like regular sleep, where you can just, you know, just wake them up by being loud or, like, nudging them or whatever. I mean, they can wake up, like, prematurely and stuff, especially if they're, like, being harmed. You know, like, it could, like, shock them awake, I guess. I think it might depend on, like, it might just depend, but, they aren't exactly easy to wake up. At least not as easy as, like, a human. So that's why, even if, so that's why, like, this guy, for example, he, you know, you mentioned he was a deep sleeper. You know, like, typically vampires, they don't really wake up until the sun is down. Because there's like a supernatural connection to the sun, basically. Because of the curse of Cain, who's considered the first vampire. They're like supernaturally kind of conditioned to avoid the sun. So during daylight, they grow weary, and eventually they have to rest. They can roll their willpower stat to try and stay awake, but with increasing difficulty as it, over time. But it becomes increasingly difficult to stay awake unless you're like a thin blood or something, or have really high humanity. That's why they're incredibly vulnerable during the day when they're in that sleep, because they can't really do anything to defend themselves. When you get really high humanity, especially if you're a thin blood, you can stay up and wake up like an hour. Like, you can stay up like a little bit later, or wake up a little bit earlier. Some thin bloods or high humanity vampires can even watch the sunset or the sunrise without being incinerated. Of course, if you're a thin blood who has the day drinker perk or merit, that lets you walk around during the day in the sunlight, although it disables your vampire powers during that period. So you're basically human for the most part. And I think it also halves your health, so you take more damage if you get into a fight or something. But yeah, generally speaking, vampires, it's not even like they just get tired or whatever, like they're sleepy. It's there's a supernatural force that's compelling them to enter that rest state. It's not as extreme as torpor, which is what the elder vampire you play as in this was in at the start of the game. They were in torpor is kind of like vampire hibernation, I guess. A lot of elder vampires enter torpor for centuries at a time. Sometimes just indefinitely. Because there's any number of reasons. Some of them it's because of this for like a supernatural reason. Like for some of them, it's because they were for some vampires, like when they get injured to a certain point, like basically the death state sort of there's something called the final death, which is when a vampire like actually like permanently just dies, like super dead, not like regular vampire dead, like they're gone. That one's incredibly hard to get to cause unless you get them into the sun or something. But you can also kill them by burning them completely with fire, or beheading them, or what was the other one? I mean, the main ones are like burning, beheading, sunlight. Putting a wooden stake in their heart doesn't kill them, it paralyzes them. And I think it's kind of similar to torpor, basically. Like, if you keep the stake in there, they're stuck in that, like, paralyzed, pretty much like dead state until you take it out. Which is what that one sheriff guy was in. And they put him in cement to trap him there. But like as soon as the stake was removed, he woke up. But yeah, I guess when a vampire takes so much damage that they like lose all their health, they enter torpor. Which is basically just like it's like a coma. Actually, I said her hibernation earlier. That's the case for some elder vampires, but like generally speaking, it's more like just like a coma. And to wake them up, you would have to feed them like a certain amount of blood, I guess. At least that's my understanding of it. So that's like kind of dying. Like some characters, like some players, when their character enters that state, like that's like game over for them, unless the other players in the party, which is called a coterie in this game, but the other players in their coterie, party, whatever, their group, maybe they figure out a way to like restore them. But sometimes they might just be like, that seems like an okay ending for it, and then they move on to another character or something. Yeah. Anyway. But that's why this guy sleeps until 8. I guess because that's when the sun goes completely down in Seattle. I don't know. It's not like obviously the time is different in each time zone, so it's not even like it's just whatever is considered daylight wherever they are. And it's not like a science thing, so like a scientific thing, so like solar lamps, they don't hurt vampires in this. It's just the sun itself. Like specifically, they were cursed to not to fear the sun or whatever. But there's another line about like fire and stuff, so that's why fire can also hurt them. And also, fire can also scare them. That's why when I first saw the fireplace in the hotel, I walked up to it because I was curious if there would be a reaction there, but there wasn't. Which I guess I'm playing an elder vampire who might be conditioned to be more resistant to that, but some vampires, when they're exposed to like an open flame, even if they're not in danger of like touching it or whatever, they enter this uncontrollable, like kind of like a flight reaction where they might try to flee or like wince or something. The DM, which is called a storyteller for this system, they'll have the player roll their willpower or something, or I think it's either willpower or it's like wits plus resolve or something. Or no, I don't think it's wits, but I think it's like willpower and resolve or something like that. I'd have to check. But if they pass, then they resist the, that it's like an instinctive like reaction. It's like the beast or whatever reacting, which is like this thing
Seattle PD.
every
Full of
vampire
drunks,
has.
bums, and deadbeats. And then there's the criminals. I went down to the Dutchman for a word with Silky and to find my boss. It was his home from home.
What's spinning, Wheeler?
You need new material, buddy. Nothing much, though. Fender benders, drunks, and me catching up on my backlog.
Season 3 of High School Detective?
Yeah. Just got to where Tammy has a run-in with the study buddies. Hell of a plot twist.
Any hot precinct gossip?
Your boss is in a good mood.
That is news. Any idea what's ringing Benny's bell?
Who can say? Maybe a kitten died or an orphanage burned down.
Where do we keep the cold cases? I'm looking for something that's probably in the deep freeze.
What's on your mind?
You ever heard of the rebar killer?
Huh. Yeah, right. My grandpappy talked about that one. He was on the force back in the day. Mob hits, something like that. They'll still be in the file room, though, just buried deep. Take a ball of string, you're liable to get lost in there.
Oh, don't worry. Me and the records department have an understanding. Thanks. I got things to do.
Good luck.
Cold night. I decided to visit a few places Verona might have stumbled out of. Seattle PD, full of drunks, bums, and deadbeats. And then there's the criminals, of course.
moved to Seattle to get away from weather like this. Here, I don't freeze to death.
Hey there, Carla. Life treats you well, I hope?
I'm glad you're here. I can aid you with your pain.
I won't deny that a little draft of your elixir would pep me up.
There, detective. There.
You are a tonic and no mistake. I appreciate you, Carla, but I need to be elsewhere.
Now, go out there and heal the city, detective.
Beer was cheap at the Hole in the Wall, and mortals did appreciate that. I figured it was worth checking there.
I'm not sure why the phlegmatic blood resonance isn't available in the present day. Like, I get the others not being available in this setting because he has like a preference, but I don't get why this type isn't around outside of this.
Evening, Reggie.
Mr. Fabian, I hope your god is being good to you, 'cause mine is to me.
Keep warm, Reggie. You never know when I might need you.
Do you hear the city, Fabian? It's waiting there for you.
I moved to Seattle to get away from
Marigold, my delight. Are you free?
Detective, well, my stars were right. It's been too long.
Let us part then, you and I. I got places to be.
Don't be a stranger, darling.
Verona said she'd been to the glacier, so I figured I'd best Verona remember.
Fucking snow in Seattle. Sheesh.
Sorry. Private party tonight.
No problem. I just wanted to ask you if you saw someone last night.
You could ask, but I won't answer. What happens in Atrium stays in Atrium.
Huh, yeah. Miss Moore is particular, isn't she? Here's hoping Verona never made it here, because I was not gonna get anything out of him.
Verona remembered the Macon bar, and I was sure.
Here, I don't freeze to death.
Be released from your daily toil. Accept the coming peace.
World's still here. I was hoping you could fit me in your schedule.
The blessedness surrounds us all, my dearest detective.
I hope you're here when I get back. Hope we're all here.
We should ascend together. Do come back to me?
Verona said she'd been to the glacier, so I figured I'd best follow her trail.
I swear.
Seattle PD.
Mr. Guru, can I impose just a moment?
Well now, Fabian, my man. I can see the ghosts in your trail. Don't pay them no mind.
Well, there's detecting to do.
It's a long road to the sleep of the just.
Seattle PD.
How's it hanging, Harry?
So good, Fabian.
See you soon, Boone.
Love you, Mom.
Well, if it isn't my favorite Flatfoot, I knew you'd crawl back to me.
Hey, Philomena, you got me. I never can resist a well-packed set of suspension files.
So what is it today, Detective? A little dalliance with my dispatches? A thumb through my probation log?
Any word on D.B. Cooper?
The usual. A fresh note from Mr. Sator filed under unverified tips. This one says, Cooper's true objective was not the money, but a small, insignificant briefcase stowed in the cargo hold. The briefcase contained technology vital to the timeline's integrity. At precisely 8:13 p.m., a portal opened, allowing Cooper to slip into the future. The light turbulence was merely a side effect.
Ha! If only they knew. Got anything new on the ghost ferries?
Now, we do have a letter here from one Captain Salty, alleging that the spectral boats are military. He says here there's an underwater base deep under Puget Sound. Enemy scientists are running aquatic time travel experiments. Apparently it's a prelude to the second Canadian invasion. He claims the first one already happened.
I guess he got something right. Anything that screams Bean Illuminati?
It's been quiet on that front. Too quiet. You do say they're always watching.
Well, they are always wide awake and a bit jittery. Looking to heat up an old cold one. Know anything about the rebar killer?
Why, detective, I did not expect someone to rattle my drawers so thoroughly this early in the evening.
Oh, you know I always try to be gentle. What have you got?
You'll have to forgive me. It's a little dusty around my fundament. But I do have a little something. Now that is interesting. Someone's been here before you. Oh, sure, there are news clippings, side notes, dockets and warrants, all marked for your man. All in 1925. But the main case file, that's been lifted. Frankly, I feel violated.
What have you got on the killer without the case file?
A skeleton in my cupboard. The bones of a Storian. The flesh is missing. A series of mob hits in early 1925. Turf War, the funny papers call it. A clear out of local persons of interest to the police, and to those who serve hooch by the gallon. Same MO every time. Cold construction steel through the heart, and a swift chop to the neck. A 5-week sensation of slaughter, and then it all dries up in a record heat wave and a crackdown on bootlegging. No one ever found the heads. Huh?
I'll see you later.
Oh, detective, you just use me. You never even stay for breakfast.
I went down. Hey, old buddy. I'd like to buzz your chill just a little.
The Traveler's on the road, Detective. They'll be here soon.
I'd like a little of that chill of yours, my friend.
I've plenty to share. Is yours for the taking.
sent sparks into my noggin, Guru, old friend. Always a pleasure, Guru. You keep it real.
The ghosts are watching and praying for you, my man.